Hello, my name is Jaliane, and today I will basically be doing an anniversary video because it's officially my 1 year anniversary on YouTube. Insert claps and snaps, hair and tears, and everything else in between. So let's get right into it. People who have the guts to say something online shouldn't apologize when they are being forced to do so. Have a reason to actually use them. Other than that, don't just throw them around like that. It just doesn't look too good, and it doesn't make you seem like you're a mature person, regardless of the age that you are. I do not encourage plastic surgery unless if you probably got severely hurt in a car accident or something happened to you that was very severe, like acid being thrown in your face by your ex or something. It has to be something very severe. It can't just be, oh, well, that person doesn't like me. Insulting me, calling me names, and being an idiot in my comment section is an automatic block. Nobody can have the personality that you want them to have, you know? Family will keep things from you, but advertise your business to random strangers and other family members. Don't stay connected just because you share blood with them. Hello, my name is Jaliane. This is part 2. Let's get started. Treat family with the same energy that they give you. So if they treat you terribly, if they treat you like crap, it's either you treat them the same way or you ignore them completely. I would definitely go with number 2. I can't even speak on how bad that pain was. My scoliosis is probably not as painful, but about 3 to 4 years ago, I've had the most painful scoliosis of my life. Like, I cried, I couldn't get up, I couldn't move, and it was lower back pain. I can't even speak on how bad that pain was. Like, I have literally tasted stomach acid in my life already. You have it forever, you have it for life. And plus, let me not even get started about the acid that has gotten into my esophageal lining and burnt my throat. Like, I have literally tasted stomach acid in my life already. Stomach acid messes up the teeth. It does a lot of damage. And the research I did online talking about GERD, I feel as though it wasn't really giving the truth about it. It's saying that you could just take treatments and you'll be fine and all this stuff, but living with GERD, it's a nightmare. Listen, when I tell you I was pissed the uck off, I lost mostly all of the trust, the respect, the care. Everything went out the window. People are still out here acting like Black people aren't people, like we're not human, and it's very freaking annoying. Like, we breathe just like you, we eat just like you, we sleep just like you, we do everything that a normal human being is supposed to do. These types are very, very dangerous. They won't admit to what they did, but they will shift the blame in seconds to you. It is actually worse than what I thought. I was basically panicking about the fact that you guys could get what I have, but the way that I got what I have is not through bulimia. Like, I have GERD, and I had GERD since I was about 12. Can you drive? Yes. Creative? Yes, I've been drawing since I was 3 years old. And I'll put some pictures and whatnot. Neat or messy? Mostly neat. Should I just start this from the beginning? Okay, so what is this called? So this, okay. This product. Okay. Anyways, yeah, the camera's having some technical difficulty. I don't know what's going on. I have no idea. But anyways, let's just start back from where we stopped. Shea butter. One of my favorite products in the world. Please do get you some tea if possible. Yeah, get you some tea if possible. If you're allergic to things, please disregard everything said. Like if you're allergic to honey, please don't go buy honey masks and honey products and stuff like that just because you're hearing the benefits, because allergic means allergic. There's no changing that.
What are the 3 types of insomnia? 3 types of insomnia are acute, transient, and chronic insomnia.
During your lifetime, you will produce enough saliva to fill 2 swimming pools. Ew. 1 person in 20 has an extra rib, and they are most often men. The 3 things pregnant women dream most of during their first trimester are frogs, worms, and potted plants. Could anyone who has been pregnant please tell me if this is accurate? Has anyone really ever went through this? I would love to know. I'm very curious about that. More than half of people under 25 have experienced bullying at some point. Hi, how you doing? More than a third of people go on to develop social anxiety and depression as a direct result of bullying. I could say that this is true for a lot of people, apparently. Almost a quarter of those who have been bullied have had thoughts. Now this one isn't true for me. Actually, I'll put up the word on the screen that I actually did have right there. This one hurts me the most. Yeah. Bullies that are told that they are nice by people just irks me. If I had to get triggered by something, this would be in the top 10. I am just imagining how the Vic feels about someone who hurts them so badly, getting praised and told they are beautiful, getting compliments and whatnot by other people. This can damage the way the Vic sees human beings, not just the bully, but the strangers that are also hyping and complimenting this person. Ugh, totally disgusting. I feel like throwing up. What is S-bullying? S-bullying, and yes, I'm gonna be saying S instead of the actual word so I don't have to keep on removing it. S-bullying is not the most common term, but it's one that you should become familiar with if you are a parent of a teen or young adult. And this helps people to basically think completely off from how they're normally supposed to be thinking. Like, if you're beautiful, you're beautiful. You don't need a filter. You don't need any of that crap. You are stunning. You are gorgeous. This is how people are supposed to treat one another. They're not supposed to tell you, oh, like, you're ugly because your nose is this, or your eyes are this, or your ears is like this. Like, we're supposed to encourage each other, tell each other we're beautiful every single step of the way. Beauty standards, I understand the reason for beauty standards, but when you don't fit into them, like me for instance, if you don't fit into the beauty standards, honey, you gotta make your own standards. You have no choice but to do your own thing. Is ramen seasoning bad for you? And I happen to have the seasoning right here, and a few of these in reach as well. Yes, we gotta end the cycle right now because this is pure BS. if the energy isn't the same on both sides, what are you really doing out here? We're all looking dumb if we continue to support a group of men who do not reciprocate the same exact energy to us. They are not showing us that they value us. They do not care about us. And at the end of the day, many of them are like that. Even if there are a little bit of men who aren't so much like this, too many of them are like that. And that is part of the problem. I'm going to put the exact situation that caused me to have this great idea. So, without further ado, let's get started. And before we get started with part 2, please do check out part 1, because this will all make sense when you check out part 1 first and then you get to part 2. But without further ado, let's get started. I was like, there's no way I'm going to have just one of these. I had it upside down. There's no way I'm gonna have one. So I actually bought another one, which, well, this is the first one I had, because as you can see, this is the one that I'm using right now. And I do not regret it. I love these. I really love these lip glosses. Viewer discretion is advised. This video is going to be very graphic, and I just want you to know that certain things may trigger you, but I will try my best to bleep out areas because making this video triggered me in some ways, and honestly, TBHQ is an additive to preserve processed foods. It acts as an antioxidant, but unlike the healthy antioxidants you find in fruits and vegetables, this antioxidant has a controversial reputation. Lions. Large, wild, and exotic cats such as lions, tigers, cougars, and leopards are dangerous animals. Yeah, we know. Because of these animals' potential to kill or severely injure both people and other animals, an untrained person should not keep them as pets. Even an animal that can be friendly and loving can be very dangerous. Yeah, I don't trust them, so... Black people have suffered more than Asians during this pandemic, not the same. Comparison doesn't matter. No one should be feuding when we all suffer other than the rich. Coloreds need to be castrated. End of story. Crime rates will, as you can see, they spell so well. What is driffle? What the heck is that? Like, really? You don't even know how to spell and you're coming on here telling me this BS? I like how it's not loading. When you go all the way to the bottom of the screen, you meet these, but as you can see, they're not like visible as this. So this means that I have to get 100,000 points to get myself $100, which I've done twice before. So I think this is really cool. And yes, the money is real. It's not fake. It has gotten to my bank account. It is real money. They forgot the biblical truth that to be members of the body of Christ means that preferences based on class, culture, or race are totally unacceptable to God, and people who make such preferences are candidates for his judgment. Do not be like me. First of all, like, I actually replied, "Who is this?" Like, no, don't be like me. What is an inheritance scam? An inheritance scam is a specific type of scam that uses the tale of a person who is now deceased and has left their estate to the intended victim of the scam. The scam usually begins with an email or letter telling the person, "Are you serious?" I wonder if you guys notice anything, if you notice anything different. In order for you to notice the difference in all of this, you would probably have to be someone who has been watching a few of my videos for you to see the actual difference. The fact that people were okay with treating people like this during the time is beyond me. Same here, girl. Same here. This is the reason why I'll keep addressing fools like these two. I will never stop addressing people like this because they don't have nothing of importance to say, but they decide to come over here to my channel. No, they shouldn't need anyone's help. They're the model minority, remember? I actually did discuss this in the same video with the first idiot that I addressed, or I'm not even gonna say address. He was an idiot anyways. He or she or whatever. I don't have the time today. I just don't have the time. Soda pop. Sodas full of sugar are a primary reason for nationwide obesity and can end in inflammation, insulin resistance, and gastroesophageal reflux disease, which I have, which is GERD. I have a video. I'll put it up there in the eye. And I didn't get mines like this, but yeah, you have to watch the video to check it out and see how I got mine. But this is a way you can get GERD. I would not recommend it. GERD is not something you want to suffer with. We don't have any time to lie about these things. That's why I made this series. The term POC is detrimental to Black people. I'm not gonna lie, but it is. Please watch part 1 before you watch any other part of this series because I will not be explaining things over and over and over. I always look at non-Black people who perform Blackness with a side eye. Me too. It's like, what the heck is even happening? Absolutely stay away from those folks, LOL. I highly agree. In parts 1 and 2 says it all, really, of this whole series. Like, if you're silent when we need you, then you might as well be silent when you are someone who really needs us. 1, part 2, part 3, and welcome to part 4. And without further ado, let's go. I see through it. That's why I don't forgive people who have done racist things. I look at people who have done racist things and watch to see if they're going to change. Like, I'm not going to forgive you over and over and over. You get one chance. If you do something that is, insert the R word here, I'm going to watch you to see if you will grow from your mistake and become a better person. We have finally come to the end of this series or mini series. I still don't know which one I'm gonna call it, so I call it both. 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, and welcome to part 5. And without further ado, let's get started. Is it safe to start? Like, I've been waiting here for a bit. Really? Okay. Now it's quiet. Okay, oh my, this place is annoying. There are more than 31 million YouTube channels. Please go bother someone else. But if you do like my content, if you find yourself enjoying it, which would be great, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit every button that you want to hit. But if you don't like it, just leave. Like, I'm not mad, don't worry, I'm not crying or anything. Ryan, a man in Manitoba, says he made it well into his 20s while only wiping twice. What? No more, no fewer. Just a wipe and another wipe. I guess my mom didn't give me good wiping lessons or something, he says. It was wipe twice and you're done. Never wipe until you're clean. Lord Jesus. I could imagine how that stench must have been powerful. Like, I'm here struggling to survive and continue to read this. Thank God I haven't had breakfast yet. Another Dusty using Black women to clout chase and go viral from our outrage. Ignored. He played himself by confirming they're in jail, violent and broke. And imagine that. Imagine that you're a man of value, a quality man with these types of qualities. Like, really? Most black men can't even afford to have one girlfriend, let alone a couple. I literally said half. They listen, the whole six black women to one black man, like you're saying he can't even afford one, sweetie. He cannot even afford half of one. Like, let's not start with one. Let's start with half of that. Talking about what do you bring to the table as a woman? Sounding crazy as heck. You can't tell someone what kind of emotions to have and what to feel. This is the biggest issue, and it really needs to go. But there are so many other big issues that I'll be talking about on this channel later on. But we gotta start somewhere. Defined by Pilgrim, it is a social control mechanism that is employed to punish black women who violate the societal norms that encourage them to be passive, servile, non-threatening, and unseen. It has been characterized as leading to a form of double bind. I'll also put up what double bind is on the screen as well and whatnot. But it's the biggest organ. It's what people notice about you. So saying you prefer another over a specific one is not only rude, our word here, and weird. It's gross, and I highly agree. The first thing you see about a black person is their black skin. Like, I mean, what am I supposed to say to you? Like, am I supposed to say, oh, like, I'm 5'9" and Forsey here, like, you're literally looking at me. I think you could tell that I am black, but probably you wouldn't be able to tell that I'm 5'9" or whatever, or my hair is 4C. Sometimes you may think, oh, she has afro hair, but you won't know the different textures and whatnot. But this person makes sense. This is probably going to be normalized in a few days from now. I'm not even gonna say years, because actually it's probably even normalized right now, because a lot of things is, like, for instance, degrading black women, hurting black women, killing black women, talking down on black women, treating black women like trash. If those are normalized, then obviously things like the plantation wedding situation, trust me, they already normalizing it already. Like, do I need to put the pictures back up on the screen? Like, do you want to see them again? So, this picture right here and these pictures right here, right? So it's about this guy who is Hispanic, well, racially black. Yes, okay. You just don't have nothing positive to talk about, and you just want to pin your stupidity on a group of women that are the most unprotected. I laugh at comments like that. I really do. And comments that apply. Use wisdom when dealing with your enemy. Be wise as a serpent. Cops. Corrupt officers patrolling SLAVES. And someone said accurate description, and I honestly agree. Another unpopular opinion video, but this one is a little bit different from the one that I did with cops, which is up here if you want to go check that out. So yeah, let's get started. Treating someone like trash isn't cultural difference. I really hate to hear people say, oh, my boyfriend, he's different from me, I'm white, he's Asian, and he yells at me and beats me with like chopsticks and stuff, but don't worry, that's just cultural difference. Abuse is not cultural difference. As you can see by the title, we are going to get the opinion of a white guy and how he feels about black women. We just all need to be honest with ourselves here. When it comes to white tears, it is very detrimental to black people. And no, this doesn't apply to all white people. It doesn't. But this applies to majority of you. Almonds are rich in healthy fatty acids, low in carbs, and packed with protein. But yeah, I'm going to insert a clip of the amount of content that I literally have on my phone right now, just chilling because I have to do videos on these as well. And I also have a book, literally, I think it's like 3 to 4 pages full of new videos. And the paper in front of me, it was only supposed to have the information for this video, but I ended up putting 4 other videos on it. But we're not gonna talk about that. But I'm just saying, like, for some reason, I'm just popping out ideas for videos in seconds. Actually, like, it's not taking me long to come up with topics or anything like that. But I just wanted to let you know that there will be so much content on this channel. And no, it's not all focused on black women, but a lot of it is focused on black women, like the ones in my phone or whatnot, you know. But before I actually get to that, I would really, really appreciate it if you could check out this video, because certain things that I'll be saying right now, this video will make a lot of sense, like if you actually checked it out. This is basically me once again adding a few reasons as to why I do not curse on my channel, and then we're going to jump right into everything else that we have to talk about today. So another reason, because I have 4, but I'm going to start with number 1, but we know how it goes over here. After number 1, every other number, it seems like it just disappears, but you know, okay. So another reason added to my list, number 1, let's see if you'll ever hear that again, then 2, 3, 4, okay. So number 1, I do not want parents to believe that I am a bad influence, or I am a terrible example, or a horrible role model for their children. That is another reason why I do not curse. And I guess I'm going to say number 2, but I usually never say 2, 3, and 4 and all that jazz. I just usually say number 1, but this is interesting. Then number 2 is because I feel like I could get my opinion across most of the time without having to curse. I mean, using silly words here and there, sure, but I don't feel like I have the need to actually curse someone to get a point across in many cases. I don't. And then the third reason is, wow, I really got the numbers thing down today. The third reason is because I want people from ages 2 to 200 to be able to come and actually watch my videos and not be like, oh my goodness, like there's a lot of cursing going on here. Like, I don't want you to come on a channel like this and see that. Like, I don't want it. That is not something I would want a person to have to come and actually see. I mean, there are other YouTubers who do this, but this is just not who I am. Like, hey, if that's them, cool, you know? Like, I'm not saying that they don't need to curse on their channel. It's their channel. But on my channel, there's a big difference. And number 4, which I've made it this far in number counting. Very nice. So number 4, the reason why, and this is the most important reason why I do not curse on my platforms, and sure, I use silly words, but still, like, the official reason, and I put it at number 4 because number 4 seems like number 1, the official number 1, but I think you understand what I mean, okay, is because of my mother. Some people think that the Irish were enslaved and they weren't paid and all of this extra stuff, and they had it worse than African Americans and blah blah blah. Refer to her post. I decided that it had to be in a video because what she speaks is the truth, and I mean, obviously it's in the Bible. People only want, and by people we know who I'm talking about here, they only want to talk about the parts of the Bible that appeases to them, that can help them to manipulate someone, but they are not reading the full Bible. They're not reading any of these scriptures to actually see that it's the man who is supposed to do right by the woman. At the end of the day, I'll wait till that passes. Every pink that I'm wearing is not matching, but yeah. Okay. What am I doing? Wait. What am I doing? Let's go in. Okay, I'm doing 2 videos today. But one is an actual video and the other one is not. So, wow, it is so nice and quiet. If only it would be this way every time I filmed or had to film. Like, this would be great. Yes. 5 things men should know about submission. Let's get right into it. I just did a video in this same outfit and these same earrings and whatnot. You can check it out here. And there's also another video that is very close to that, so you can also check it out here as well. Yes, I'm giving you 2 cards in less than 30 seconds. Yep, we're doing it today. But I wanted to actually come and talk to you guys for a little bit about what's going on in this beautiful month of October. But we have not gotten into October yet, but you know, we're gonna act like we're there, you know, so things won't seem too awkward, because this video is going to be posted on the 2nd week of October or something like that. So we need to act like it's October, okay? Good. 11 horror stories. 11 haunted locations. Part 1. Let's get started. The first thing I need to let you know before we start is that tomorrow is my birthday. Yeah, I felt like putting that in there just in case. And no, I'm not gonna tell you how old I'm gonna be. If you wanna know all about that, there's a video up here, just in case. 11 horror stories / haunted locations, part 2. None of us were named John. Great. A few minutes later, we could hear on the floor above us a very old building floor that's super thick, a rumbling sound that kind of shook the walls. The rumbling stopped. What's up with that outside though? The rumbling stopped right above us with a giant crash, and they were still in this building. I would be U-turning out that building, but you know, that's just me. You already know. Thank you. Happy Halloween, everyone. Please ignore the noise in the background. You know, normally black lipstick looks very nice on me, but I don't think dry, black, and cheap lipstick looks very nice on me. I'm just going to be honest here. It just, ugh. But for the sake of Halloween, though, that's a different story. A happy person that's truly happy doesn't end it all. A truly happy person will feel like they have something to live for. But someone who's sad inside and has to wear a mask for the world to see does not feel that. They don't. Let's jump right back in. Why would you want to buy subscribers? If you buy it, then it was never yours in the first place. It's fake. So if they leave you in the dust or they randomly unsubscribe one day, it's like you have lost the money that you paid for them. It's like purchasing an item that you never see, but you just expect this item to always be a part of your life, but you never see it. I think that this is not a good idea. I'm trying to think of a word, not only self-hate, but yes. Okay, so this is part 2. If you missed part 1, please check up here or here, wherever it may be. But with that said, let's get right into it. High value men take care of their children, so that shows BM are not high value because they are running from their responsibilities. I'll be honest with you, I do agree. They got some kind of disorder, like listen, a lot of them have some personality disorder or something. I really just, if I had to get into it, I just listen, I don't even know what to say, but majority of them do have some form of mental illness, or it's just, the list is long. It's a long laundry and shopping list combined. And I just can't get into it in this video because it's just too much. It's really too much. This video would go on for probably 2 days. Yes, probably 2 days from now. That's how long this video would go on for, and I'd still miss out on stuff. If you made it this far, aka the end, I would like to thank you so much for being here from the beginning of my journey and the end in 2021. But let's see how next year goes and how things happen. And with that said, don't be too problematic. Be as polite as possible. I'll see you next year.